Why the most powerful men never leave the house. A Machiavellian guide. You've been lied to your entire life. A lie so beautiful, so perfectly crafted, that you begged to believe it. They told you power is visible, that influence comes from being seen, that success means everyone knows your name. Look around you. Every man scrambling for attention, every person posting their breakfast, their thoughts, their feelings, every soul desperate for likes, shares, comments. They call it building a brand. I call it building a prison. The loud ones get noticed. The quiet ones get power. You see the CEO on stage, the influencer with millions of followers, the entrepreneur on magazine covers. You think they run the world, but they don't. They're performers, dancing monkeys entertaining the crowd while the real power sits in shadows, watching, waiting, calculating. Machiavelli knew this truth 500 years ago. The stage is for puppets. The puppet master never shows his face. The world wants you visible because visible means controllable. When they can see you, they can predict you. When they can predict you, they can use you. Every photo you post, every opinion you share, every moment you spend seeking approval, you hand them another string to pull. This isn't self-help. This isn't about becoming a better version of yourself. This is about becoming ungovernable, about building power so quietly, so completely, that when you finally move, the world shifts without knowing why. Most men chase the spotlight. The wise man controls the lights. You've been trained to perform for an audience that doesn't matter, to seek validation from people you'll never meet, to measure your worth by metrics that mean nothing. They've convinced you that isolation is weakness, that silence is emptiness, that being unknown is failure. They lied. The most dangerous man in any room is the one nobody notices. The most powerful force in any system is the one operating behind it. The kings you see aren't kings at all. They're messengers for men who never leave their homes. Your phone buzzes, you check it, they win. Your attention scatters, they profit. Your focus breaks, they control you. Every notification is a leash. Every like is a treat. Every comment is a command to perform again. But what if you stopped? What if you disappeared from their game entirely? What if you built something so powerful in private that when you emerged, even briefly, the entire landscape changed? This is not about becoming a hermit. This is about becoming a weapon. A weapon so sharp, so precise, so well crafted that a single strike changes everything. The house isn't a hiding place. It's a forge. And inside that forge, away from prying eyes, away from judgment, away from the noise that drowns weaker men, you will build something the world has never seen. Your authentic self. Chapter 1. The cage of public approval. Every like is a link in your chain. The modern man is an addict. His drug? Approval. His dealer? The screen in his pocket. He checks it with shaking hands, desperate for his next hit of validation. He calls this building a personal brand. A more honest name would be forging your own shackles. You post a photo. You wait. You watch the numbers climb. Or don't. Either way, you're trapped. Success makes you hungry for more. Failure makes you desperate to try again. The house always wins, because the house rigged the game. Love is the most expensive emotion you'll ever feel. Why? Because once they love you for something, you must keep being that thing forever. Change and they turn on you. Stay the same and you die inside. You become a prisoner of their expectations. The crowd doesn't want you to grow. They want you to repeat. like a trained seal performing the same trick for the same dead fish. The moment you stop entertaining them, they find someone who will. Think about the last time you posted something. Really think. Why did you post it? To share? To inspire? Or because you needed to know you still mattered? Because silence felt like death? That feeling, that hunger for response, that's your weakness. And everyone who wants to control you knows it. The powerful man doesn't fear being ignored. He fears being predictable, because predictable means manipulatable. If they know what makes you react, they own your reactions. If they know what you want to hear, they control what you believe. Love makes you stupid. Fear makes you smart. When people love you, they expect things. They demand consistency. They punish change. They own pieces of you they never earned. But when people respect you, when they slightly fear what you might do, they give you space. They think before they speak. They measure their words. Your need to be liked is the greatest weapon your enemies have against you. Every compliment is a cage bar. Every follower is a guard. Every positive comment is another chain. They don't love you. They love the version of you that serves them. The moment you stop serving, the love stops too. The man seeking approval asks, "What do they want me to be?" The man with power asks, "What do I want them to believe?" The difference between these questions is the difference between slavery and sovereignty. You've been taught that isolation breeds weakness. Another lie. Isolation breeds clarity. When you are alone, you can't pretend. You can't perform. You can't hide behind the applause. You face yourself, raw and real. Most men can't handle this. That's why they stay in the crowd. But the man who can sit alone with his thoughts, who can endure his own company, who doesn't need constant validation, becomes something the connected world fears. He becomes independent. And independence is the first step to power. The connected man is controlled. The disconnected man is dangerous. Every social media platform is designed to make you dependent. The algorithms learn your weaknesses. They feed you exactly what will keep you scrolling. They turn your phone into a slot machine, your attention into their profit. You think you're using the platform is using you. But what happens when you step away? When you stop feeding the machine? When you stop performing for an audience that doesn't care about you? You remember who you are. The silence feels strange at first, like holding your breath underwater. But then something shifts. The noise fades. The pressure lifts. The constant need for approval dies down. And in that silence, something new is born. Your own voice, not the voice that echoes what others want to hear. Not the voice that seeks agreement and avoids offense. Your real voice, the one that speaks truth without permission. The one that makes decisions without committees. The one that builds empires while others build audiences. This is where power begins. In the quiet space between what others expect and what you decide to do. Chapter 2. Forging the Fortress. The house is not a building, it's a state of mind. A fortress built from discipline, knowledge, and purpose. While others scatter their energy across 1,000 meaningless activities, you concentrate yours into something powerful. Inside your fortress, 3 things happen. Mental fortification, skill mastery, physical dominance. Each one feeds the others. Each one makes you more dangerous. Mental fortification means you stop consuming information and start weaponizing it. The average man reads what everyone else reads. Bestsellers, news feeds, popular articles, the same intellectual diet that produces the same predictable thoughts. You read different books, old books, books that taught kings how to rule and generals how to win. Sun Tzu on strategy, Marcus Aurelius on control, Robert Greene on power. You study psychology to understand what moves people, history to see patterns others miss, philosophy to think clearly when others panic. Your mind becomes a library of weapons. Every book is a tool. Every concept is leverage. You don't read for entertainment. You read for advantage. The world feeds you its thoughts through screens. You ignore those screens and think your own thoughts instead. Skill mastery means choosing one thing and becoming deadly at it. Not good, not decent. Deadly. The kind of skill that makes you irreplaceable, that solves problems others can't solve, that creates value others can't create. While others dabble in everything, you perfect one thing. While they spread themselves thin, you go deep. So deep that when people need what you do, they don't just want you, they need you. This isn't about passion. This is about power. Choose a skill that matters, that pays, that gives you leverage over others. Then practice it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Physical dominance means your body serves your mind, not the other way around. You don't train for looks. You train for function, for endurance, for the ability to think clearly under pressure, for the confidence that comes from knowing you can handle whatever the world throws at you. A weak body houses a weak mind. A strong body makes space for a strong mind to operate. The discipline you build in the gym carries over into every other area of your life. You eat like fuel, not entertainment. You sleep like recovery, not escape. You move like preparation, not recreation. Your body becomes a machine designed for one purpose: supporting your mission. The fortress protects you from distraction. Inside its walls, you can think without interruption, work without noise, plan without interference. The outside world hammers on the doors, demanding your attention. You ignore it. This isn't about becoming a hermit. This is about becoming selective. Every minute you spend consuming content someone else created is a minute you don't spend creating your own. Every hour you spend in meaningless conversation is an hour you don't spend developing meaningful skills. Your attention is finite. Spend it wisely, or others will spend it for you. The average man's life is chaos. Notifications, meetings, calls, messages, endless streams of other people's priorities, interrupting his own. He calls this being connected. He's connected to everything and focused on nothing. You disconnect to connect, to yourself, to your purpose, to what matters. Inside the fortress, time moves differently. Without constant interruption, you can think in layers. You can go deep on problems that surface thinkers can't solve. You can see connections others miss because they're too busy reacting to the latest emergency. Deep work becomes your superpower. The ability to think for hours without distraction, to solve complex problems, to create things that matter. This is what sets you apart. Not talent, not luck. Focus. The world rewards deep work but punishes depth. It wants quick answers, instant solutions, surface-level engagement. It wants you reactive, not proactive, scattered, not concentrated. You give it what it needs, not what it wants. The fortress also teaches you something crucial about power. Real power doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need to. The powerful man doesn't tell you he's powerful. You feel it. In his presence, in his silence, in the way he moves through the world like he owns it. Because inside the fortress, away from the need to impress anyone, He learned to impress himself. Chapter 3. The Ghost Network. The weak man collects contacts. The powerful man cultivates allies. The difference isn't just in the numbers, it's in the depth, the loyalty, and the strategic value of each connection. Your network shouldn't be 1,000 people wide and 1 inch deep. It should be 10 people deep and perfectly placed. Each person in your inner circle should possess something you lack. Each should be capable of operating independently. Each should be bound to you by something stronger than friendship. Mutual benefit. The Ghost Network operates in shadows. Its connections aren't announced on social media. Its meetings don't happen in public spaces. Its members don't all know each other. You are the hub, the center, the only one who sees the complete picture. This isn't about using people. This is about creating value for people who can create value for you. The foundation of every strong relationship is exchange, not exploitation. Exchange. You solve problems for people who can solve problems for you. You provide value to people who can provide value for you. You create relationships based on competence, not comfort. Who belongs in your ghost network? The lawyer who understands systems others fear. The technician who sees what others miss. The financier who moves money while others count it. The information gatherer who hears whispers others ignore. Each person should be excellent at something that matters. Excellence creates loyalty. When you consistently work with the best, you become associated with the best. Quality attracts quality. But how do you build these relationships? Not by asking for favors, by providing them. You lead with value. You solve a problem they didn't ask you to solve. You provide information they needed but couldn't find. You make an introduction that changes their business. You create debt without demanding payment. This debt isn't financial, it's psychological. It's the feeling that someone owes you something, that they should return the favor, that they're in your corner because you were in theirs first. The powerful man plants seeds of loyalty by acting first. He doesn't wait to be asked. He sees what needs to be done and does it. He anticipates needs before they become urgent. He solves problems before they become crises. Your ghost network shouldn't just be people who can help you. It should include people you can help. People who depend on you for something important. People who would lose something significant if you disappeared from their lives. This creates two-way loyalty. They need you. You need them. Neither can afford to betray the other. The network operates on information, not just action. You become a hub for valuable intelligence. You know things others don't know. You see patterns others miss. You connect dots others can't even see. Information is power, but shared information is leverage. You don't hoard what you know. You share it strategically, with the right people, at the right time, in ways that strengthen your position and theirs. You become known as someone who knows things, someone worth staying close to. But you also protect secrets. You never betray a confidence. You never reveal a source. You never use information in ways that damage the people who trust you with it. Your reputation for discretion becomes one of your most valuable assets. Trust takes years to build and seconds to destroy. Guard it carefully. The ghost network doesn't just help you accomplish your goals, it helps you see opportunities others miss. When you're connected to excellent people, you hear about excellent opportunities. Before they become public, before they become competitive. Your network becomes your early warning system, your intelligence gathering operation, your force multiplier. The average man networks to meet people. The powerful man networks to access capabilities. He doesn't want to know everyone. He wants to be able to do anything. Your network should make you more powerful than the sum of its parts. Each connection should multiply your reach, your knowledge, your influence. The right phone call should be able to open any door, solve any problem, access any information. This isn't about having friends. This is about having allies. People who will go to war for you because you've gone to war for them. People who trust you because you've proven trustworthy. People who respect you because you've shown them respect. The ghost network is invisible to outsiders, but unbreakable to insiders. It's your secret weapon, your hidden advantage, your ace in the hole. And like everything else in the fortress, it's built in private, away from prying eyes, away from public scrutiny, away from people who would try to interfere with or infiltrate what you're building. Chapter 4. The economy of energy. Your attention is under attack. Every corporation, every platform, every advertisement, every notification is fighting a war for your consciousness. They're not just trying to sell you products. They're trying to steal your life force, your ability to think, to focus, to create. And they're winning. The average person checks their phone 96 times per day. That's once every 10 minutes of waking life. Each check fragments their attention, breaks their focus, destroys their ability to think deeply about anything. They call this staying connected. It's actually staying controlled. Your focus is your most valuable currency. Everything else, money, time, energy, relationships, flows from your ability to concentrate. Scatter your focus, and you scatter your power. Protect your focus, and you concentrate your power. The fortress exists to protect this currency, to create a space where your mind can operate at full capacity, without interruption, without distraction, without the constant noise that drowns weaker minds. Inside the fortress, you establish rules that seem extreme to the outside world. No notifications, no social media, no news feeds, no random phone calls, no unscheduled meetings, no background noise. Silence becomes your natural state. Deep work becomes your default mode. Concentration becomes your superpower. This isn't about digital detox. This isn't about taking a break. This is about permanently restructuring your relationship with information. You stop being a consumer of content and become a creator of value. The world produces information faster than any human can process it. Most of it is worthless, designed to distract, not inform, to agitate, not educate, to keep you scrolling, not thinking. You filter ruthlessly. You choose your inputs as carefully as a chef chooses ingredients. Only the best. Only what serves your purpose. Only what makes you stronger. The economy of energy operates on 3 principles: elimination, concentration, protection. Elimination means cutting everything that drains your energy without providing significant return. The news that makes you angry but doesn't affect your life. The social media that makes you compare yourself to others. The people who take your time but give nothing back. You audit your life like a business audits its expenses. Everything that doesn't contribute to your mission gets cut. No exceptions. No excuses. Concentration means gathering your scattered attention into focused beams. Instead of thinking about 10 things poorly, you think about one thing excellently. Instead of working on many projects casually, you work on one project intensely. Deep work becomes your edge. While others skim the surface of everything, you dive deep into what matters. You become the person who solves problems others can't solve, who sees solutions others can't see, who creates value others can't create. Protection means defending your focused state against all attacks. You turn off notifications. You batch similar activities. You create barriers between yourself and the chaos of the world. Your calendar becomes a weapon. Your environment becomes a fortress. Your habits become armor against distraction. The powerful man doesn't just manage his time, he manages his energy, his attention, his cognitive capacity. He treats his mind like the precious resource it is. While others burn through their mental energy on trivial decisions, pointless arguments, and endless entertainment, you conserve yours for what matters. You make fewer decisions but better ones. You engage in fewer conflicts but win them. You consume less content but understand it more deeply. Energy management becomes more important than time management. You can have all the time in the world, but if your energy is scattered, you'll accomplish nothing. You can have limited time, but if your energy is focused, you'll accomplish everything. The fortress creates surplus. Surplus attention, surplus energy, surplus cognitive capacity. This surplus is what funds your ambition, what powers your growth, what separates you from the energy-poor masses. While they're running on empty, constantly distracted, always tired, you're operating from abundance, clear thinking, sustained focus, unlimited mental energy. This abundance isn't just about productivity, it's about power. The man who can think clearly while others panic has a massive advantage. The man who can focus while others scatter has unlimited potential. The man who protects his energy while others waste theirs becomes unstoppable. Your energy economy becomes your competitive edge, your secret weapon, your path to power.